How you doing? This is Rob Gabrich with Tarfus Wealth Management. Tarfus is an acronym for Tax-Aware Risk-Focused Investment Strategies. That's really the basis of what we do here at Tarfus Wealth Management. Those are a couple of pillars that we really focus on. So when we talk about tax awareness, all that really is that we manage portfolios with a knowledge of and an eye to taxation when we're making decisions about the portfolio, both in initiating and setting up the strategies, because there are things like asset location inside deferred accounts and those types of things. So there are, initially how we set up the strategy through when we are faced with making a decision for a change in the portfolio, that we are aware of what the tax effect of that decision is. And that's not to be said that we don't want to pay tax no matter what. That's not the case. It's just that when we are making the decision that tax as the number one drag on wealth, it needs to be a consideration. The easiest or the most fundamental that we look at is in the difference between long-term and short-term tax rates. And my clients are all in the highest effective tax bracket, so holding an asset longer than a year certainly can have a significant impact. But if we need to make a change, we're not just doing it for that reason. So it's just a factor when we're making portfolio decisions. And the reason why I don't think the majority of people are or have their portfolios managed on a tax-aware basis is because nobody takes it as being their job to implement tax minimization strategies. Because usually what happens is the portfolio is managed, the 1099 is produced, it goes in the file of a client and simply given to the CPA, and it's just input at that point. So there is a lack of awareness with regard to tax when nobody is really talking about it. So if you haven't really addressed what's showing up on your 1099 year in and year out, I doubt it's being managed on a tax-aware basis. And the dollars can be absolutely significant. And I'll give you an example. I was analyzing a portfolio for an agent friend of mine who's got a prominent NFL athlete as a client, and he was quite confident that I really wouldn't be able to find anything wrong with the portfolio or places that it might be coming up short. I did find quite a few things, and as a side note, this is a portfolio that was at a very prominent wirehouse brokerage, a name that the majority of people who have sizable portfolios would absolutely know what the firm is. And they missed something to me that was incredibly fundamental and a large error. They missed tax loss harvesting, and that is again, one of the most fundamental things we take a look at, even if you're going to wait till the end of the year to consider harvesting losses. He missed a loss that they could have taken in order to protect $400,000, which was the tax liability to gains that they had taken during the year. And sadly enough, this athlete actually bought a Lamborghini that spring, and so he was out $400,000 some for the Lamborghini, $400,000 to the government, as opposed to just being out $400,000 for the Lamborghini, because I would have sold off those losses to protect him having to cut that check to the government. So tax awareness, it's a huge thing for managing wealth. It's certainly something that we do here, and if you are not currently having your portfolio managed with tax awareness, I'd certainly take a look into it, or give us a call over here, and we'll point you in the right direction. Thanks for listening.